Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking WWE 2K22 as we delve into Michael Cole's comments that the game features a new rebuilt engine and smoother controls, plus we also have word on a new superstar who's hinted that he'll be making his debut in this year's game. Before we get to any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest news on WWE 2K22, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. So let's talk WWE 2K22, as last week it was announced that this year's game would be sponsoring SummerSlam, which instantly got people excited at the prospect of a big reveal leading into the show. However, over the weekend things got turned up a notch, as during a plug for SummerSlam on Smackdown, Michael Cole noted that WWE 2K22 was not only the sponsor, but he also revealed some new features that we've yet to hear of. These new features included a rebuilt engine, smoother controls, better gameplay, and all of your favourite superstars and legends. Usually when we get a TV spot like this, all of the notes are things that have already been announced. However, in the case of 2K22, due to the radio silence and the complete lack of any details surrounding the game, what would usually be a throwaway line noting already announced features has instead become some big news, with many players now excited at the prospect of this newly rebuilt engine. So the big question coming out of this is, what does this mean for WWE 2K22? Will we finally see major updates to the game and end the limitations that have been brought about by years and years of building on the original engine that was created for the original Smackdown game 20 years ago on the PlayStation 1? In theory, yes, as rebuilding the engine allows 2K to make a lot of changes to how the game works, and it allows them to address problems that have plagued the series for years. However, at the same time, the wording is key, as this isn't a new engine, it's a rebuild of the same engine. To that regard, whilst I would expect this to lead to some big improvements, it's not a completely new engine like the one Ukes have created for the AEW game, as rebuilding the engine implies that it has been rebuilt and recoded. So what does rebuilding the engine accomplish? Well, looking at the footage that we already have and comparing this to the old engine, moves and animations still look pretty much the same as they did in the old engine, with minor improvements graphically. However, the biggest changes are likely to be the ones that you can't see that allow for the game to run better and address slowdowns and loading times, as rebuilding the engine allows for past limitations to be removed. To give you an idea of one of the limitations in the old engine, THQ once stated that the yearly removal of moves to add new moves was down to the engine having a limit on the amount of animations that could be added. Therefore, to be able to add new moves to the game, they first had to remove old ones. This limitation is something that may have already been addressed by the rewrite, as executive producer Patrick Gilmore noted that his team have recorded over 4,800 animations this year, over 1,000 more than a typical installment. Therefore this year could see the most moves that we've ever had. The rebuilding of the engine could also play into the line of smoother controls, as this allows the team to really delve into the mechanics of the controls and make changes to the core gameplay, whereas last time out in WWE 2K20, which was also said to feature improved controls, the control changes were nothing more than button swaps, whereas this year we could see a complete overhaul. Now obviously a lot of this is speculation, as we don't have anything to go off other than Michael Cole's comments, but to tout a rebuilt engine, smoother controls and better gameplay, it does appear to hint that we're in for a lot of changes to the way the game plays. Therefore, I would expect the kind of change that we've seen when going from the SmackDown vs Raw games to WWE 12, as the amount of changes to the cameras, the controls and the overall presentation that made things feel completely fresh, which is what 2K appear to be aiming for when they say it hits different. So that's my take on the note of a rebuilt engine and the smoother controls. However, we also have news of a new superstar who looks set to be joining the roster, as last night seen Angel Garza hinting at an upcoming appearance in 2K22. Garza was asked the question of why he didn't appear in WWE 2K20, to which he replied, "Because I'll be in the upcoming." Following his response, fans were quick to confirm his inclusion. However, Garza followed up his initial tweet by tweeting "I think so" when asked for confirmation. So based off this, it looks as though we could see Angel Garza make an appearance in 2K22, as he at least thinks he's in. However, as we've seen in recent weeks, the roster is still subject to change, therefore we'll have to wait for official confirmation from 2K. So that's the latest that I have on WWE 2K22, but let me know what you think of today's news in the comments, especially in regards to that newly rebuilt engine and the smoother controls, as I'm really interested to see what people expect. So let me know what you think on that and the Angel Cars news, and if you're not already, please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications to stay up to date with all the latest news on WWE 2K22. Until next time though, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.